might even be able to hear me now. How are we doing all this evening? I can turn it up a bit higher if you really want. Oh yeah, the rank command, you can go crazy with that, because I've actually got the app running in the background. So yeah, that was one of the new things that got added this week. So now you can just query your rank whenever you want. One note is that it probably doesn't update mid-game, but at the end of the game, once the game has been resolved, it will have recalculated everything by that point. So that should be good. And yes, you can also ask of other people's positions as well. And you can ask of who is in particular rank position as well. So if you said rank 4, they would say who is in 4th position currently. So there you go. Yeah, rank 1, Clive is currently in the lead. So there you go. That's one of them. Oh, I have played. I deleted my records though. I also deleted Hendred's record as well of the abandoned game because, well, that was a free win with 0 out of 20, so, you know. Oh yeah, that's a good point though. The rank 37, because they're all tied on 0, it'll only return whoever's the first one that comes in that. So yeah, that's a slight bug, I guess, but I don't know if people are that concerned that is, you know, it's currently tied with everyone else that hasn't played yet. Right, let's turn that guy off. Let's go to full screen game. That should be the current leaderboard table as it stands. Yeah, this is a new leaderboard screen. I've now extended it to 40 positions rather than just the 10 that it had before. And I've got little graphics as well for the different levels that you're at as well. I haven't got many. It goes up to level 16, I think, and then I don't know what happens after that. Yeah, there were levels before. They were just arbitrary. But yeah, now they're on they're on a kind of quadratic curve. I forget the numbers that are plugged into it, but it is a quadratic curve of some description. So it should be harder to get to the higher levels. But there you go. So yes, that's the current XP tables from last week carried over. And if I hit this button, now you should be able to see me. Hello. Cool. So, that's where we are at the moment. How are we all doing this evening? Yes, you are also a mod on here, Cat. Oh, yes. Thank you very much for Bother's Bar for promoting it on the first week as well. That was really good of him. I wonder that if I can keep this kind of thing up, that I would feature on the best of 2019 online series, if that's another question that comes up again. Hello there, Clive. Hello there, Bien Carmel. Yeah, I'm good. I was once again busy fixing bugs on this up until about 1:45, but it all seems to be holding up, but we shall see, I guess. There are now lots of new questions, thanks to everyone that's been submitting questions during the week. You should also be able to hear the music a bit louder this time on the stream as well. Which, actually, I want to turn it down in my headphones because it's slightly too loud for me. So yes, there's new questions from Catnip, Elias, Royal Flush, Bien Carmel, Legend of Kirby, Toshi, myself, and I think that's it so far. We're currently sitting at about 400 questions in the question pool. We've used a few of them, and those are being discounted. And as part of the new bugs, the new bug fixes, and that it should now no longer redo questions that we've already had until it recycles the entire pool, and it shouldn't also come up with duplicate answers on the wall anymore as well. So there you go. So hopefully all the major bugs that reared itself from last week should be fixed. Let's get into a game. First code, HBOT. Oh yeah, slightly changed this as well, so you can see your details as you come in. It was a grid before, you just couldn't see the grid. Now you can actually see the grid. One thing I haven't done is that it won't exclude those that have played last week. It only excludes the ones that have played in the current episode, so there may be people that will play a second time. I'm not certain. We'll see. It looks very futuristic. I don't know if that's futuristic or not. It's just it's a UI layout. That's what it is. For those that don't want to play in the hot seat, you can always just play along and just play as a spectator. You just whisper to Quizbot 3000 your answers, and you will earn XP for doing so. You'll earn XP for getting correct answers, at least, anyway. You don't get any XP for getting wrong answers. For the 3 people we have in potential hot seat spots, we've got Catnip, who's in second place, currently on the leaderboard. We've got Connor as a new guy, from looks of things. New guy, I'm assuming gender, sorry, a new person. And Clive Legend, number 1 spot, with 1,458 XP there. Yep, guy, okay, it's something I need to work on, just not to be assuming gender all the time. Let me know if my mic volume is, you know, alright relative to the music volume, because I've got it in a different level in my head. Hello there, Mr. John Parker from my work. For whispering, you can click on the bot name in the chat and there should be an option to whisper. Alternatively, you can go /W space, then Quizbot 3000 space, and then something, and that should open up a whisper box with that in. That should be the way to do it, I think. Sounds good, thank you, Bian Carmel. It's not as busy as it was last week, but that's okay, I guess. You can give the answers in the public chat if you want, but yes, it would give an advantage to anyone else that's playing along. Oh yeah, good point. Yeah, thank you, Catnip, thank you. Indeed. Right, I'm going to start the first game off in a moment. It's quite likely there's going to be questions on here I haven't actually had a look at, because thanks to Elias has been the master proofreader for this week. I've not really had a need to look at all the questions. I've just assumed that they've all worked and that they're all good. Although I have just remembered, and I haven't fixed that bug yet, it's going to include the expert lot. If you're there, Elias, that's Okay, so there might be the random. There might be a few really hard questions in the pool potentially. We'll see. Hopefully, not too bad. We'll suffer. Okay, right, I'm going to start the first game off. So you got a 1 in 3 chance, guy. Everybody here? Here we go. Connor, new person, you're up first. Good luck. Let's go to the full screen game. Here is your 15 seconds of inspection time. When you're ready, here we go. Which body part is wide shut in the title of the 1999 movie directed by Stanley Kubrick and starring Nicole Kidman and Tom Cruise? That is correct. What does the top piece of the Triforce represent? Triforce being from Legend of Zelda. Power is correct. Joey is a spin-off of which other sitcom? You're passing that one. Grace Slick is the front woman of which well-known psychedelic rock band? You've used one of your minutes. Still have one pass, still have 2 pit stops. It was Jefferson Airplane. Which Welsh actor played roles including Gimli in Lord of the Rings, Salah in Indiana Jones films, and Professor Arturo in Sliders? I'm coming up to about halfway through your time. Still have one pass, still have 2 pit stops. There's your first pit stop. Which Welsh actor plays roles including Gimli in Lord of the Rings, Salah in Indiana Jones films, and Professor Arturo in Sliders? And you're back in play. That is correct. What was the first human invention that broke the sound barrier? Whip is correct. What is the first name of the person who invented Ferrari? 1.5 minutes left. 1 strike so far. Still have 1 pass and still have 1 pit stop. Enzo is correct. What organisation was created after World War I and headquartered in Geneva? League of Nations correct. What is the name for the upper arm bone found in humans? You got 1 minute left. Still 1 pass left, still 1 pit stop. Humorous is correct. Which direction do you not use to get through the Lost Woods in the original Legend of Zelda? This is one of those expert questions. You really have to just know this, or good luck. You're pitting. Which direction do you not use to get through the Lost Woods in the original Legend of Zelda? You're back in play. Right is correct. Which word with French origins can mean the concluding part of a play or the resolution of a mystery? You have just over 30 seconds left. You still have 1 pass. You're passing that one. Which Hindu god has the body of an elephant? 25 seconds left. If you want to leave the money, you have to bail. 20 seconds left. Down to the last 10 seconds. Remember, you need to bail. Vishnu was incorrect. You need to bail. You need to bail. There you go. There you go. Congratulations. Yeah, there were some tough questions in there. As I said, the experting list has been included in this one, so there will be some hard questions in the mix, unfortunately. So yeah, there you go. Clive, number 1 there again, 127. Boy D, 119. Catnip, 104. Connor 80, JP 50, Drake 30, and Carmel 15 there. Cool. Well, it all played out okay, and that puts Connor in 8th place on the best wins leaderboard with $30,000. And then if we go to the main XP table, there we go. We see Clive is still number 1, Catnip number 2. Jerry, Lupine, they're all from last week. Rex, Tipster, such and such. Let's see if we can find some new people. JP there, 35th place now. Connor, 31st. Drake down there in 38th. Cool. So you're all in there. You're all getting your answers in. That's good. Let's go back to that and that. There we go. So it is all working again. That's good. And it's got all the new functionality in. And yeah, the questions are a bit harder, but it's a balancing act. This is the first set of questions that we've had user submissions in for, so it's been a tough task for Elias trying to balance everything. What was that, Elias? Sorry. Oh, you want to test yourself? If you say quit, Elias, then you should be able to remove yourself from the hot seat queue. If you say quit. Yeah, you're removed. Yeah, I put it on a separate command rather than it being the actual room lobby again, as it were. Does mean there's an empty slot there, but that's whatever. It only counts from this episode's playthrough, so it doesn't count those that have already played previously as well. So even if Clive had played last week, he'll still be up to play now, as it were. So as it currently stands, it's a 1 in 3 chance between Clive, Catnip, and Daz for being the next hot seat player. Connor, you've been a hot seat player already. And you'll only be able to get yourself picked again once everyone else that's in the queue has been in the hot seat as well. So it's worth adding yourself to the hot seat if you want to play, just in case that eventuality happens. But those that don't want to play the hot seat, that's fine as well. You just play along. You don't need to enter in the room code. You just play along in spectator mode, sending your messages, sending your answers either through into the public chat or as a whisper to Quizbot 3000. Yeah, I should do that, Catnip, shouldn't I? Everyone, I'm live! Exclamation marks. Send now. Cool. Done that. I've done the tweets. I've already done the tweets. I did that one ahead of time. Oh, we got another guy. No one. Buddy. Welcome, buddy. I don't think you can move the whisper boxes. Unfortunately, they're kind of fixed. Hello there, Critzy. Oh, you got here from Sky, from Great to Berate. Welcome. Oh, he did he? That's cool. Oh, that's nice of him. Cool. Those of you that might be finding this as a bit laggy, it's because I'm uploading as 1080p, probably 60 frames, which is like 6 megabit stream, and it's in low latency mode. So unless Twitch is actually switching on the what do you call it, the transcoding options, which is unlikely because I'm not an affiliate yet, then you're going to struggle to play along unless you can actually keep up with the 6 megabit stream. Right. Is everyone that wants to be in? Hopefully it shouldn't pick Elias because he should be removed from the list. Fair enough, JP, fair enough. Close that. Yeah, this is the Wonderwall, which is the end game 2 winning lines. I'm using the logo from the quiz show, which is winning lines, the entirety of it, but there wasn't an individual logo for Wonderwall. If someone wanted to make a logo in the style of the winning lines logo for Wonderwall, be my guest. I'm terrible at doing that kind of shit, so... Who made this game? I did, in this case. I didn't come up with the idea. This is a... well, not the original game idea, should I say. But I've implemented it for Twitch. So, this is all me. All in my free time, this is... Yeah, I don't know what the font is either. I tried to do a font search on like Font Squirrel and it was just coming up with all sorts of weird fonts that it just didn't match to. Right, I am going to hit the start button. Good luck to you all. Hey Clive, you get your chance this time. Good luck. Now we get to see exactly how well Clive plays, because he's been practically #1 every single time up to this point. So we'll see the speed of the player in actual action. If you're ready, here we go. Don't overhype yet. As part of his sentence, deer hunter and poacher David Berry Jr. was required to watch what Disney film once a month? Bambi's correct. What is the official language of Egypt? Arabic is correct. Which English singer won the Academy Award for Best Original Song with Writings on the Wall in 2015? It was Sam Smith. Which biblical figure was a son of Jacob and had a multicoloured coat? Joseph's correct. Which bear took his name from an English station where he was found? Paddington was incorrect. Ooh, which novel that coined the term doublespeak features Winston Smith as a main character? Oh, hang on. What? That was exact. Wow, how the hell did that happen? Did you give the wrong number? Oh, you did give the wrong number, you're right. What piece by Handel includes the Hallelujah chorus? I was reading the wrong text. Yes, you gave the wrong number. You're passing that one. Which engineer built the Great Western Railway? You still have one pass. You have 2 pit stops. You've nearly used half your time. Isambard is correct. Which biblical figure was the first to commit murder, killing his brother Abel? You've now used half your time. Cain is correct. Poutine, a Canadian dish, originates from what province? Quebec is correct. If a letter of the alphabet is not a vowel, what must it be instead? Consonant is correct. What board game tied to DVDs features all play and my play questions about film clips? Seen It is correct. By what name is Norma Jean Baker more famously known? Got a minute and 20 left. You still have both your pit stops and you have a pass. There's your first pit stop. By what name is Norma Jean Baker more famously known? Currently 9 of 20 questions in. You are on bailout mode, though. You are on your last strike. You're back in play. You're passing that question. What term is used both in music to denote raising a note's pitch and cheeses denoting aging for a set period? You're in the last minute. He's looking for it. There it is. What was the first name of the scientist featured in the novel Frankenstein? 40 seconds remaining. Still one pit stop. Victor is correct. New York City, you're pitting. New York City has the record for most stations in what kind of transportation system? You're 11 to 20 questions in. You're in the last minute. No more passes, no more pit stops. You are on bailout. You're back in play. Last 30 seconds. Subway is correct. What organisation with headquarters in New York City has more than 190 member states? 20 seconds left even. 15. I'm afraid that last one was wrong. And you leave with nothing. Oh! Oh! Unfortunate. Yeah, the last answer there was is the United Nations, not UNICEF, I believe. Yeah. Oh dear. Well, you still got 120 XP in that game. Boyd E did the best there, the XP there on 161. Catnip there third, 111. Drake 97, Bian 81, Connor 79, JP 65, Daz 15, Friends 7, and Critzy has been joining in, currently with 0 on that round. If we look at the best strikeouts, there you are. You are a best strikeout. Oh, we had... the other one was timeout, wasn't it? Not strikeout. So you are the first strikeout ever to be recorded in the game. Ooh, there we go. Yeah, Nato got a timeout. And then here we are on the leaderboard currently. Clive is now on level 9. Catnip still second. Jerry, Lupine, Rex as usual. Bian Carmel's in 9th place now. Who else is in play at the moment? Boyd E there, 22nd. Connor, 27th. Drake, 28th. Daz, 29th. JP, 30th. And that's all I can see at the moment. Let's start up the new lobby. And let me catch up on chat. Go into this mode. There we go in. Has someone replied to Drake about the whole limited messages situation, so I can't just throw out whoever got what question? Yeah, you have done. Okay. Thank you, Elias. Thank you. Yeah, because I know my words wouldn't do anything because he's currently in silent mode. But to everyone else that's playing along and maybe not knowing what's going on, due to Twitch chatbot limits, I can't submit replies back to everyone that submits an answer in Whisper or otherwise. It's spam protection basically is why it's like that. So only the hot seat player actually knows what's going on with the answers. I was hoping to add on the bottom of the screen during gameplay a tiny ticker that would at least kind of give an indication of who got questions right or not, and that would be at least an idea of whether you did get answers right or not, but didn't get around to implementing it unfortunately for this week. That should hopefully be in for next week's one though, all being well. It's just, and also there's a lot of screen real estate to worry about. And welcome to any new people. I see JP has followed me, thank you, and Random Guy has also followed me, thank you. Welcome there, Just Tizzy. Get a winning lines module and contain. It's going to be difficult to do that, because if you're doing proper winning lines, you'll need to have at least 49 selectables. That's a lot of selectables on the module. You're going to get that hot seat sooner or later, Cat, yeah. Hello there, Toshi. Hello, welcome. How you doing? I did see you there. Honest. Honest? Doots indeed. Speaking of modules, I had a crazy idea on the bus to college this morning for a Plague Inc. module. Maybe. That could work, maybe. Oh. Right. Everyone in that wants to be in. I'm going to hit the start button. So for those that aren't Connor and Clive, you do have a 1 in 3 chance of being a hot seat. Chat is suddenly turning into a contained chat. Well, it happens, I guess. What was it? We were talking about ice cream on Sky's YouTube chat the other day, so that has nothing to do with Catane apart from the ice cream module. So I'm still very much related to Catane, even though I've not been present for a good while. Anyway, let's start the next game. Daz, it's your second turn. Good luck. Hashtag rigged. Here's your 15 seconds of inspection. If you're ready, here we go. Which Irish author wrote Ulysses? You're passing that one. What is the name of Postman Pat's pet cat? Jess is correct. What is the first name of Robin Williams' daughter? You're pitting on that one. Here it is again. What is the first name of Robin Williams' daughter? You still have one pass. After this, you'll still have one pit stop. You still have all your 3 strikes remaining. And you're back in play. You now have 3 minutes left. Sue is incorrect. The answer was Zelda. What term completes the titles Paranoid Blank and Do Blanks Dream of Electric Sheep? Android is correct. In Doctor Who, Davros corrected which... Say that again. In Doctor Who, Davros created which species of creature? No, it doesn't, Royal. You can do it number, answer, or answer number. Dalek is correct. Which famous toy manufacturer is also the world's largest tyre manufacturer by units produced? Which famous toy manufacturer is also the world's largest tyre manufacturer by units produced? You've had half your time. Lego is correct. The aardvark is native to which continent? still have one pass. You still have one pit stop. You're 4 of 20 in. You still have 1 minute and 40 left. Africa is correct. What gardening instrument is also the name of a playing card suit? Spade is correct. What is the name of the annual music contest amongst European countries? You have just over a minute left. You still have one pass. You still have one pit stop. Eurovision is correct. What was originally considered to be the 9th planet from the Sun, but after 1992 had its status as a large planet changed? Pluto is correct. What was the Game Boy Advance's codename during development? Now this is a hard one. 45 seconds remaining. You're either going to have to make a guess, pass it, probably, unless you really know it. You're going to pit it. I don't blame you. What was the Game Boy Advance's codename during development? You have just about 30 seconds remaining. You still have one pass to use, and you can still throw one wrong answer out. You're back in play. The answer was Atlantis. By land area, which is the largest state in the USA? 20 seconds left. If you want the money, you will need to bail. 15. 10 seconds. You're gonna bail. You bail with $30,000 with 9.4 seconds left. Yeah, that Game Boy question was an evil question from Kirby Chew. A very, very evil one. You would have loved those questions, would you, Clive? Well, you get given what you get given, unfortunately. Critzy Boy, they don't have to answer in public chat. They can also, post in Whisper. But yeah, for some it's difficult to access the Whisper, especially from mobile. I guess it's very difficult to access Whispers without it blocking the stream or whatever, or having to keep switching between public chat and Whisper. Anyway, on that one, Royal Flush got there in second place. That was some good runs there. Clive, number 1 spot again. Catnip, number 3, tied with Bian Carmel there, number 427. Jerry, 5th place, 119. Connor, 6th, 112. JP, 7th, 104. Boy D, 97. Drake, 90. Daz, 80. Friends, 75. Just Tizzy, 74. Critzy, 15. And Kirby Chew down there, 15, joined in later on the game, I believe. And if we look at the best wins there, that puts Daz... Daz, you had a better performance last time, did you? Did you have a better performance last time? Yes, you did, because you used up strikes that time instead, this time and not the previous time. So yeah, you did better before. Someone just follow me. Thank you for following there. Eden456. And then if we go to the XP table, Clive is still there, number 1. Catnip is behind by, what's that, 150 XP, so not that far off. Then Jerry, and then Looping Rex, blah blah blah. Bian Camel's in 7th place now. What else we got? We've got Royal Flush into 17th place there. Boy D down there into 20th. Connor into 23rd. JP into 25th. Drake 26th. Daz 28th. Kirby Chew 31st. TZ 33. Friends 35. And that's all the ones I can see. Let's go into a new game. And let me catch up with chat. No, you didn't make the questions, I know, but you submitted the question to the database at least. I don't think you've taken first place before yet on a round, Catnip. I'm not certain. Because Because you're always like second, then there was that seventh that just came out of nowhere. But I know Clive wasn't first all the time. He was pipped by, I think, as he says, Jerry possibly pipped him. You're going to have to skip the next one because pudding dessert. Oh well, food comes first, that's fine. Welcome to the game, Eden. This is your first time. You're on level 1 with 0 XP, so this will be your first game. Welcome. Toshi's going to be an audience member. That's fine. If you're playing on mobile, Drake, then yeah, it's going to be difficult to manage between public chat and whisper. Unfortunately, there's not much that can be done about that. Unfortunately, that's Twitch's app design problem, kind of colliding with the design of this system. And there's not really much else I can do about that unless I went into making extensions, but then said extensions probably won't work on mobile, so shrugs. Still in the oven for 6 minutes, alright, okay. Yes, Eden, even if you're selected or not, you still submit answers either way. You'll get XP regardless for answering questions. It's just that if you then become the hot seat player, then you get to actually see yourself live on stream playing it. You can't quite tell where the headphone starts and the hair begins. Okay. Oh, what? Because of... Oh, no, it's not in the wrong place there. What's the proper procedure? Send me a DM either here on Twitch or on Discord or something, and I can get you added to the database system so you can submit some questions. But I've got a basic database system, kind of like WordPress, but it's not got any of the blog front end or anything. It's just the back end system, and it's just made life easy to you know, submit questions and have them be proofread by someone, and then I can just get them downloaded straight to this. I don't even have to actually hit a download button. It just downloads it for me. It's brilliant. Thank you for hosting there. Who was that? Tipster. Thank you. And oh, Ryan. Yeah, don't whisper me. Whisper the Quizbot instead. Just noticed there's some whispers come my way for some reason. Yeah. Let's get rid of that. Yeah, I'll sort that out. Sort that out later. Till pudding ready. Well, I'll hit the button then. So if you're in, then you will have to wait for pudding for 1 minute after, I guess. Everyone that's in, good luck. Here we go. Oh, it is you as well. Wow. Good luck, Royal Flush. Wow, it's really good at picking people, isn't it? Jeez. Let's go to that. How do you whisper the Quizbot, Eden? You can do /w space Quizbot 3000 space and then your message, or you can click on the name of Quizbot 3000 in the chat and it should give you an option to whisper it. And here we go, Royal Flush. You're in. Which Mortal Kombat character was allegedly originally the result of a glitch involving the error macros? Ermac is correct. Dr. Ryota Kawashima is well known for his appearances in what Nintendo game series? Probably should have said that a bit better, but... yeah, past that one. Which continent is also a country? Australia is correct. Which technology-related term meaning worker was coined by a Czech Karel Capek in 1920? Butchering names, I'm sure, but there you go. Karel Capek. Robot is correct. Who is the composer of the famous musical The Phantom of the Opera? Now you should get this one. You've used 1 minute so far, you've got 3 minutes left. Andrew Lloyd Webber is correct. The original Xbox was supposed to be compatible with what other systems games? Still have one pass, you still have 2 pit stops. 4 questions in. PlayStation was incorrect, the answer was Dreamcast. Which physicist wrote a book called A Brief History of Time? Stephen Hawking is correct. Adest Fidelis is the tune and Latin name for which Christmas carol? I guess, again, I'm butchering the pronunciation. I'm certain this is probably one of the questions you submitted as well, isn't it, Royal Flush? Can we be faithful? Yes. What is the only Disney movie that appeared in the original Kingdom Hearts but not in any future installments? You've used half of your time, you're going to pass that one, you have no more passes. Who preceded Gordon Brown as Chancellor of the Exchequer? Clark is correct. In rowing, the expression cox is short for what? Coxswain is correct. What's the common name for the medical condition epistaxis? That's your first pit stop. What is the common name for the medical condition epistaxis? 5 seconds until you're back into play. And you're back. If you don't know it, you're going to have to guess it. Nosebleed is correct. Which animal is on the golden Flemish flag? You have 1 minute left. You still have 1 pit stop. You can still get 1 answer wrong. That was incorrect. What Disney film features the voices of Jerry Orbach and Angela Lansbury as transformed humans? 45 seconds left. You still have 1 pit stop. Bailout is active. Beauty and the Beast is correct. According to Chrono Trigger, what year will the apocalypse happen? This is another expert question. 30 seconds remaining. Down to 20 seconds. Still have 1 pit stop, but you will have to guess or bail. 15 left. 10 seconds. Either guess or bail. 5 seconds. I'm gonna have to bail. There you go. There you go. Do not blame you on bailing on that one. That was a hideous question. And I'll be like on this one. Boy D, number 1 this time, 148. Oh, hello BMN. Welcome, 133. Tied with Clive on 133. Tipster 122, DMM 119, Royal Flush 100, Catnip 89. JP 87, Connor 73, Bian Carmel 57, Just Teasy 45, Critzy 22, and Edan 7. That was a good performance, BMN. That was a very good performance. And Royal Flush, that puts you into 8th place on the leaderboard with that performance. We'll gloss over Clive of Legend being in best strikeouts on his own. And there we are currently. Clive again, number 1, 1988, nearly breaking the 2000 barrier. Catnip, 1694. Then we've got Jerry Tipster. Tipster's in 4th place now. Bien Carmel in 8th place. BMN 10th. Royal Flush 14th. Boydie 16th. Connor 21st. JP 22nd. Drake 26th. Daz 28th. TT 31. Kobachu 32, Friends 35, And Critzy down there in 40th. You're on the board, Critzy. You're on the board. And let's start the new game off. And what was mentioned there about hawking? I saw someone mention something about hawking, but I didn't quite catch the issue. There was a misspelling of Antarctica, apparently. And Lansbury, okay. Okay. There was an answer Stephen Hawking and Simply Hawking. Oh right. Well, yes, that would circumvent the duplication detection that's going on. Adest afid ailis. Okay, I'll take that in consideration. Maybe we need to add another field for pronunciation guide to someone that can't read. I'll put that back on as well. What else we got? Room code. I think probably last name is going to be a decent choice to go with on that one. Especially when you've got answers like Andrew Lloyd Webber in there. That's a lot of stuff to have to type out. Your philosophy would work kind of work there, BMN. As long as the number's fine and your answer is about half right in text form, then you're good. Okay. The Chrono Trigger question, yeah, that was just yuck. Because that's one of those. Unless you've played Chrono Trigger, you've got no idea. You've got no idea. And I guess even people who have played Chrono Trigger probably won't, maybe not even remember that, and remember that at all. Actual answer that you gave 20, Andre Lloyd Webber. Well, it works. 20XX I know is Mega Man related, so would not be Chrono Trigger. So if there was another year up there, then it probably would have been that. But yeah, 20XX I know is Mega Man related. Mm-hmm. Yeah, 1999 would probably be a good guess for the Y2K bug stuff. Let's see who we got. Ryan, welcome. You are a new player from the looks of things. And Eden's coming in for the next game again. And I think that's it. So what's the pick going to be like this time? 1, 2. Where is it going to be? Like a 1 in 6? Looks like it's going to be 1 in 6 this time around. That is indeed the game, Tipster. If you don't know the answer, then you're just going to have to guess it or pass it over. As much, as they often say on things like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, it's only easy if you know the answer. Getting the answer is the hard part, yep. At least with this, it gives you up to 49 possible answers it could be. If you're quite clever about it, it's probably there's 2 answers on there that are going to be close to what you want. But yeah, there's yeah, 1 in 49 chance, good odds. Exactly. Right, I'm going to start the new game off. Good luck. Tipster, you are the number 1. You are the hot seat player. Good luck. Here's your preview time. Oh my god, how long is that answer on number 28? Bloody hell. I think we need to tone that answer down a bit. Jeez. Who wrote the novel The Catcher in the Rye? Oh wow, that is a long answer. To be fair, that should have been up to Elias to make certain the answers weren't hideously long as well, but yeah. This is on at least 2 of your heads. That is correct. What third largest desert covers 31% of the African continent? Sahara is correct. Squirrels and beavers are part of what animal order? Rodent is correct. How many cards are in a standard deck of playing cards, jokers excluded? You've had 1 minute so far. You still have all your passes and all your pit stops. That's correct. What does Sega stand for? It was not that one. In the game of chess, how many pawns does each player start with? Oh, that was such a cheeky, close answer. Eight is correct. Earth is located in what galaxy? Milky Way is correct. What is someone who shoes horses called? Still have all your passes and pit stops. And used just about half your time. You're pitting. What is someone who shoes horses called? And say you've got about half your time left. You're 6 of 20 in. You still have 2 passes as well. And you're back in play. Cobbler is incorrect. It was a farrier. What was the name of the Roman emperor played by Joaquin Phoenix in the 2000 Ridley Scott epic Gladiator? You're going to pass that one. The Rig Veda is a sacred text to which religion? I think that's how you pronounce it. Maybe Rig Veda? One and a half minutes left. You got to pass that one as well. No more passes left. What is the name of the director of the Lord of the Rings trilogy? Bailing is active, but you do also have a pit stop. Jackson is correct. What company did Microsoft partner up with to create Rare games for the Game Boy Advance? You have 1 minute left. It's 45 seconds remaining. You're gonna bail. Not gonna chance it. Don't blame you. You leave with $25,000 of virtual currency. Yeah, that was another one of those awkward questions of if you don't know it, then you can't even really hazard a guess. So that time round, Boy D, number 1 again, 141. DMM, welcome DMM, 127. Clive of Legend, 104, third place that time. Catnip, 97. BMN, 96. Tipster, 70. JP, 65. TZ, 60. Connor, 52. Eden, 22. BN Camel, 14. And Critzy, 0. Where does that put you? Tipster puts you in 10th place on the best wins leaderboard. And total XP we've got. Clive again has now broken the 2,000 barrier. Catnip in 2nd place. Tipster's in 4th. DMN in 5th. BN Kamal's up to 7th now. BMN in 9th. Boydie 12th. Royal Flush is still there, 15th. Connor 21st. JP 22nd. Drake 26th, Daz 28th, TZ 30th, Kirby 32, Friends 99.35, and that's all I can see. Oh, Critzy as well in the 40th as well. Can't forget Critzy. Let's start the game off and let's have a catch up. Yeah, I have a feeling the answer to that question would have been THQ, not Squeenix. It's one of a weird one that is like rare. Why were they? Yeah, THQ I think would have been the answer on that one. Wish those monies were real. Yeah, I don't have that kind of money to throw around. Put it into this view. So this is still kind of a trial season, as it were. If it does really properly pick up, and if I get stuff on like Twitch affiliate and that, then I'll probably end up putting whatever I earn from Twitch through bits, donations, whatever, towards some sort of grand prizey type thing for a season, as it were. Probably not this one because this is a test season. But you know, there may be a prize in future seasons to come. If this takes off and people are interested and people wish to donate money to me, as it were. Because I live enough off of my own work income anyway, so I'd rather give anything I did receive back to the community that are enjoying the games. So bear that in mind. Promote, because I would like to get to at least Twitch affiliate, which I should be on track to doing, because I've got currently 25 concurrent viewers and I've got over 300 followers, so that's already those two criteria match. I just need to get, I think, is that 8 hours in like 30 days of streaming or something like that. And then I would be in the affiliate zone. Let's catch up with the chat. SBLE is funny for Slavic speakers, is it? I didn't know. Beyond Carmel, yeah, well, it's entirely possible that could happen, where a room code could be a rude word. I haven't got a word filter on it yet. So it's entirely possible. And the problem is that as soon as the room code gets put out, people are like, oh yeah, I'll copy it out. And if it is a rude word, then you'll all just get auto-modded out of chat completely. So I kind of need to add a swear filter on that at the very least. Just to prevent that kind of thing from happening. Playing Twitch plays and earning money sounds like a good deal. Well, there's other Twitch streamers out there that do quizzes on things like this and actually do give out prizes for it. Sort of like a, sort of a small HQ trivia kind of thing. Not actual HQ trivia, just their own personally run thing. Oh, so sort of watered down jargon like swear word. Oh, okay. Yeah, I will add a swear filter to the, at the very least, to the room codes. Everything else that gets sent through Twitch chat should get modded anyway. Should get auto modded before it makes its way to me. So hopefully, actual rude words will get caught out first before it comes on screen. But I don't issue that as a challenge, by the way. I do not issue that as a challenge. Exclusion is active for this episode, so next stream you'll be back in the contention, or if no one else in the possible list. If everyone else in the active list has already played as well, then you're back in the list again. Catnip, I will at one point want to try and add in an extra feature where it checks those that have played any game in the past. And they will have a lower preference to being picked, so that those that are new to the hot seat will be picked first over anyone else. So that's probably going to be added for next week. Elias, add it to the list of features and bugs to fix. Okay, and if everyone that's wanting in, then I shall start the round. And good luck. Oh, there you go, Catnip. Speak, speak, and you will be picked. Good luck, Catnip. So here we go, Catnip. It's all come down to this one moment. Here we go. What is the capital city of Spain? There's a low ball question. Madrid is correct. The Van Gogh Museum is located in what European capital city? Amsterdam's correct. Which Knight of the Round Table returned the sword to the Lady of the Lake at King Arthur's request? Galahad was incorrect. Which castle is also known as White Heron Castle? Himeji is correct. What breed of dog is Scooby-Doo? You still have 2 passes. You still have 2 pit stops. 3 questions done correct. That's correct. Which sister ship to the Titanic also sank 4 years later after hitting a mine and sank in the Mediterranean Sea? You're going to pass that one. In Harry Potter, what creatures come in Hungarian horntail, Swedish short snout, and Norwegian ridgeback varieties? Oh, that's a question and a half. Dragons is correct. Who partnered with Meriwether Lewis to travel across the western United States? I'm going to pass that one. No more passes left. The Mad Monk of Russia is a book about which famous Russian? You've had just about half your time. Rasputin was correct. Which Prime Minister was responsible for the creation of the NHS? Very UK-centric question, this one. You're going to pit. Which Prime Minister was responsible for the creation of the NHS? And you're back in play. Clark was incorrect. What imperial measure of mass or weight is equal to 14 pounds? Bailout is now active. Still have 1 pit stop left. You have just over 1.5 minutes left. Stone is correct. Mario Kart is a video game series published by which company? Sega is incorrect. And you are out of there. Wow. Yes, for those aren't of the UK, NHS, the National Health Service, is what that is. Kind of like a sort of unified health system. Kind of like what Obamacare is trying to be, but not. It's just a bit more encompassing than that. Let's see how everyone did. Go BMN number 1, that time 111. Clive 103, DMM 90, Tipster 87, Connor 75, Catnip 70, JP 58, BN Kamel 52, TZ 45, and Critzy 15. So that'll place Catnip in second on the best strikeouts board, unfortunately. And on the XP leaderboard, we see Clive is still number 1, Catnip is number 2, Tipster's number 3, DMM number 4, BMN number 6, Carmel number 7, Boydie 12th, Connor 19th, JP 21st, TC 26th, Drake 27th, Daz 29th, Kirby 32, Friends 35, Critzy 38, you're in 38th place now, and that's all the names I can see, I think. Let's move on. And we'll start a new game. Yeah, that was a bit of a what you would consider a poor performance, I bet, Catnip. I'm certain you would have wanted to have done better than that. But that's how it goes. That's how it goes. You got 3 of your own questions. Well, a couple of those did seem to be your kind of expertise. The seat is hot indeed. Yep. All that added pressure of everyone watching your every move. Plus, obviously, you've got all of the pressure of having to pit on things and pass on things as well. Oh, you're back again, Tipster, after being blocked. God damn it, Twitch. Yes, that question was rather specific. Yeah, you did indeed, Cat. It was not the best world-centric choice of questions that time. I'm sure you're not losing any fans, Cat. Wouldn't worry about that. Wait, so did someone actually do a perfect 20 with no pits at all in the UK one? That's crazy. Is that perfect 20 as in not even throwing any questions? Because obviously in the UK one there's no passing, there's no striking. If that's an actual 20 out of 20 with no additional questions, that's bloody good going. Right, who have we got in the picking this time? It'll be between TZ, Eden and Ryan, I think. Yeah, it'll be between those 3 currently, even with Royal added, because Royal played earlier, so it'll be between those 3 for the hot seat this time. Oh yeah, everyone was chucking Barcelona as the answer there. It's like, nope, no, it's not. Yeah, it was definitely worth doing that close/fake answer column on the questions, wasn't it, Elias? That slipped a few people up. Even the Sega one from previously as well, that tripped people up. But even if you had Spanish class, doesn't necessarily mean you know much about Spain. I mean, you could be using Spanish for different reasons. Using it in a non-Spanish, as in not the Spain country. I mean, yes, Kirby, it would be nice to have slightly easier gaming related questions. A lot of the ones that you've thrown in are quite hard, and we did categorize them as expert, but I, in my stupidity, forgot to exclude the expert questions this time round. So they should have been removed from this list for this week, but they didn't. So they've been picked out, and now they've been actually used up. I mean, game-related questions are more than welcome, definitely. This being a gaming-related platform, kind of, primarily a gaming-related platform. I know it's not just, but it's primarily. Then gaming-related questions should be all right. Should be fairly decent game. Things like maybe something like, what was the name of the main character in Final Fantasy VIII? That might be a decent question, possibly, rather than what was the HP value of Omega Weapon in FF7? That's a really obscure question. And no, that was FF7, Catnip, not FF8. Then you could have some spy party related questions in there as well, maybe. Maybe that's a bit too niche, possibly. we just have maybe we just have a spy party mode or something. Something weird like that. I just don't know how many people would actually know Spy Party enough, because I know it's a close-knit community. It's a great game, don't get me wrong. It's just, I don't know if it has the same, prevalence as and other AAA title out there. That's pretty accurate, Tipster. Although Kingdom Hearts would also like to say hi. Although they're not swords, are they? They're keyblades. Sorry. Yeah, it's a keyblade. I should know my terms right. Anyway, wittering on. Let's start the new game off. Good luck. TZ, just TZ, you are up this time round. Have a good one. Here's your 15 seconds of inspection. And if you're ready, then let's begin. In what year did Adolf Hitler become Führer of Germany? Don't know, you can always pass it rather than guessing. Or did it not accept something? Oh, it did not accept it. What did you say? 1939-47. Oh, that should have accepted. Oh. Huh. Well, I thought I'd fix this bug, but apparently it's not the bug I thought it was. Also, yeah, Alias did kind of give you a big hint. Potentially. Yeah, it does seem to be that case, Tipster. Yeah, there you go. In George Orwell's Animal Farm, what type of animals were Clover, Molly, and Boxer? I apologise, that bug is still there for some reason. You're going to pass that one. What snake variety is mentioned in a famous song originally by Sir Mix-a-Lot? Add that to the list of bugs, Elias, please, thank you. Anaconda's correct. Oh, An economic effect named after which European city describes the process in which EU restrictions become globalized as it is considered beneficial to apply the most strict standards everywhere. Whoa, that's a long question. It's a bit stop that one. An economic effect named after which European city describes the process in which EU restrictions become globalized as it is considered beneficial to apply the most strict standards everywhere. And you're back in. Jesus Christ. You're back in play. That was incorrect. How many colossi are there in Shadow of the Colossus? Gonna pass that one. Which instrument was Dizzy Gillespie famous for playing? Connor, your answer there. Trumpet is correct. How much liquid can a flagon hold, or a flagon? I actually don't know how to pronounce that properly. Flagon hold. I don't know. 1 gallon is incorrect. What is the name of the machine that converts heated water to motion? Bailout is active. You've got less than a minute. Steam engine is correct. In which city was the Titanic built? Gonna pit on that one. That's your last pit. In which city was the Titanic built? We've got about 40 odd seconds left. Bailout is active. If you don't know the answer, you might as well bail. You're back in play. You're going to bail. You win 10,000 virtual dollars, and I apologise for that problem at the beginning. I guess it's only the first question then that it has a problem on. Yeah, yeah. And then that European question was long. Was very long. Okay, so yeah, that needs adding to the list of things to fix. Tipster, number 104, Boy D, 97, tied with Clive Legend. Catnip, 75 in 4th place. DMM, 74, tied with Royal Flush, 74. Go BMN, 60. JP, 51. TZ, 40. Bianca Mel, 37. Eden, tied with Connor on 30. Look at that. Just TZ there on 11th place with that. And then we go to the XP. We have Clive the Legend, number 1 spot. Then Catnip, then Tipster, then DMN, then Jerry, then Gogo BMN, then BN Carmel. Then we jump a bit to 11th place for Boy D. Then we jump to 13th for Royal Flush. 17th for Connor. 20th for JP, you're now on the left side. 25th for Just Tizzy, 27th for Drake, 29th for Dazarino. I don't think they're playing actually at the moment. Kopichu 32, Friends 35, Eden 37, Critzy 39. Cool. So that's another thing to fix once again. So it does seem to be that it gives you potentially the first answer for free from what we can gather. So if you get the wrong answer for the first question, then it doesn't actually give you the wrong answer. I'll need to test that. Let's catch up with chat. Yeah, those questions were a bit blur. Yeah, Belfast was where the Titanic was built, not Dublin. It took me nearly the entire pit duration to read that full question out in full, so yeah. Yeah, I need to figure out how to do the because I think now that I've got it restricting the number that you input as 1 through 49, then other numbers you should now be able to give as an answer potentially without it breaking. But I haven't tested that, so I didn't want to. I didn't want to have those kind of answers as numbers public just yet, because I don't know if it actually will work. In theory, it should. So you should be able to actually answer with the actual year number, like 1933. But we'll see. I mean, the alternative is we just don't have those kind of questions, full stop. But they kind of work. Yeah, that EU question is like probably an expert question. I had no idea. Are you off, Kabachu? Oh, thank you for dropping by. Thank you, and thank you for submitting questions as well. Thank you for that. This is totally going to write an impossible one for me to read. Well, if it's anything like the question setters on the Chase, as long as it's not, something that's just going to make me crack up and corpse while I'm trying to stream, then yeah, whatever. I mean, if it's tongue twister like Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers, a peck of pickled peppers, Peter Piper picked a Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers, where's the peck of pickled peppers Peter Piper picked? I'm okay with that. Yeah, I mean, there is a limit on the question and answer boxes. I've just left them fairly wide just in case. Just in case, because I didn't actually know what the character limit I wanted to be. But yes, there are limits that I can specify on the question writing site. How about adding X or other symbols to the arena so that script could read it? Potentially, yeah, potentially. I mean, ideally, I'd be able to I would like it so it could just accept it regardless, not have to worry about adding decorations. But yeah. Any contain questions? Nope. No contain questions from what I understand. They'd be too highly specific to contain as well. It's probably set to... You see, there's Elias says 150 characters or 200 characters, I can't remember. But yeah, Twitter these days is 280, so... Royal flush there with the Chase reference. Oh, you're saying by someone else, Kochu. Sorry. I completely misread. Sorry. Toshi, for this game, not really. Doesn't matter about kind of prize level, because they're all on the board, so they're all kind of... It's all supposed to be kind of like equal difficulty across the board, with maybe a couple to maybe stump you. But if it's something more along the lines of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, or 1 versus 100, where the questions should get progressively harder as you go on, then yes, eventually I would want some sort of sliding scale for the questions, so that there's some sort of quotient of how difficult the question is. But for this lot, no. Tipster, in what country is, and yeah, Clanfair PG. Yes, we do need to have the Chase at some point. That's on the list of potential game shows in the future. Did I get the sounds from Westernator? I sure did, Connor. I sure did. Yeah, Westernator's just the best source for this particular game. And for the next game that I want to do, 1 versus 100, I've also found a source, not Westernator, but I found a source for the audio music stings from the US show. So that should have all of the suitable audio with it as well. Beyond that, it's probably going to be a shit show trying to find audio. Although, no, wait, I've got... if I end up doing a hosted version of like Only Connect or something, I do have all the audio for that. So we can do Only Connect as well with all the music. Oh, that show, Toshi. Yes, that show. Yes, question, Catnip. Are you going to do a season of Wonderwall and then season of the show and so on? What I want to do, Catnip, is I want to try and mix them as best I can, so it's not just an entire season of one game show. It's just so that we don't get stale on one particular game show at a time. It's going to be difficult to start with because there's only the one game show, so it's going to be stale. But as I add more game shows to the mix, it should then become a bit more of a sort of cycled schedule. So if it's a game show you're not particularly fond of, then you just don't turn up on that stream, you just turn up next week or something, you know. You used to have the Russian roulette queues for the US and Russian version, but can't for the... the Russian roulette. Oh, that was a decent idea for a those had decent questions on them, didn't they? It was sort of like... what other game show? Lateral. That's the one I'm thinking of. Lateral had the same kind of questions as Russian roulette. Different shows have separate seasons, leaderboards, what have you. I'm thinking the XP, the experience, will carry across different game shows. Leaderboards for like game performance wouldn't carry over because they're not really comparable. But XP I could very easily carry over, not a problem. What about Duel? Duel is another good choice. Now that could be done multiple ways. That could be done US tournament style way, or it could be done UK winner stays on kind of way. And that could be done on the next player is whoever performed the best playing against the other two players that are currently playing, the main game of Duel. So that's a good idea. We could add that to the list. In fact, I'll do that now while I'm thinking about it. Stream ideas. Edit message. Regional indicator D. Duel. So that's on the list of potential game ideas. Audio connected PuzzGrid, yep, so lots of resource there. I've got to have the connecting walls certainly, and the missing vowels round. Missing vowels round actually could be quite easy to set up. Whammy, I don't need to do whammy. Big John already does whammy, and he does it much better than I would ever be able to do whammy, so I'm not going to compete on that front. Or Pressy Luck, as Elias mentions as well. You're off, Pritzy. Thank you for joining. Thank you for playing. Connor, top 3 best players to be chosen from for Duel. Yeah, that makes more sense actually. Yeah, that makes more sense. British music for what, for Duel? Yeah, I mean the British style for Duel was much better than the US one. Like the accelerator was exciting. It was a very exciting accelerator, and it was very kind of chilled music score to it. I don't know how the hell to find that music though. May have to commission someone to make something similar to it, maybe. Yeah, DM me any other ideas, Toshi. Blockbusters with classic 80s visuals. Well, I can just steal Royal Flush's Blockbuster module and just repurpose that in a Unity UI package, so... Why is a consonant? Well, that's a linguistic, cultural thing, so... It is in some languages. It isn't in others. It is in both. It is and it isn't in some languages. Borrow. Obviously with credit, Royal Flush. Obviously with credit. Any of the National Lotto game shows? Well, this one being one of the National Lottery game shows, is obviously this is the US variant of it, but it's still a National Lottery game show. Other ones, what do you think? Maybe like Secret Fortune, maybe? Not certain. Who Dares Wins potentially could work, because then you could actually sort of split chat up into teams as well. You could play as teams in a way. Yes, you mentioned Weak Link many times, Royal Flush. Yes, Catnip, you're right. Let's get into a game and we can continue the chat in the next lobby. Right, here we go. Oh, I see Natta's joined in. Welcome, Natta. Oh, and it's your turn to play. Good luck, Natta. Yes, BMN 15-1 would be a really good idea. That's one of the ideas listed as well. Hint, hint, you should join my Discord. Here you go, Natta. What imperial measure of distance is equivalent to 220 yards? You're going to pass that one. In which country is the eponymous Casino Royale from the 2006 Bond film? Montenegro is correct. What musical symbol lowers a note's pitch by a half step? Flat is correct. Which Greek goddess's name features in the title of Owen Colfer's book series? You've used about a minute of your time so far. 3 minutes left. Artemis is correct. What is the capital of France? Paris is correct. What country is named for its location on the equator? You still have 2 pit stops, you still have 1 pass, and you still have all your strikes intact. Ecuador is correct. What's the name given to a container for holding arrows? Quiver is correct. The Tour de France is an annual competition in what sport? You used half of your time. Still have your 2 pit stops. You still have 1 pass. Cycling is correct. What Greek philosopher founded the Academy and wrote The Republic? You get a pit on that one. What Greek philosopher founded the Academy and wrote The Republic? You still have all your strikes intact. You have 1 pass and 1 pit stop remaining. And you are now back in play. The answer was Plato. What American criminal travelled with their significant other and previously worked as a waitress? One and a half minutes remaining. Bonnie is correct. Which band had the single Wonderwall in 1995? Still 1 pass, still 1 pit. You can still get 1 answer wrong and still continue. Oasis is correct. Which river runs through Budapest? The Danube is correct. 1 minute left. What was the name given to the sheep that was the first mammal cloned from an adult cell? Dolly is correct. Who wrote Lord of the Flies? You're going to pass that one. No more passes left. Escargot is the French word for which animal? You've got 40 seconds left. You still have one pit. You can still get one answer wrong and continue. He's looking for the answer. There it is, snail. In economics, a market structure with many sellers but only one buyer is called what? You got 20 seconds left. If you want to win, you're going to have to bail. You have to say bail if you want to bail. There you go. Don't want to repeat of last time where you timed out. You did have one pit stop left, though, that you could have used to extend your time a bit more. But you got to win this time. You got to win. And we look at the board. Hey, Catnip, number one. Catnip, number one that time by a little margin as well. Then we've got Clive and Boy D on 179, BMN 171, tied with Royal Flush 171, Tipster 155, DMM 134, Nata 120, Bian Carmel 119, Connor 112, JP 103, Eden for 90, and Legend of Kobichu 30. And we look on the best wins. Now see, are you on the board? There you are, number 4 on the board there with $70,000. Congratulations. You will still be on the best timeouts board as well because that was a different game. It's a different leaderboard. And here's the XP tree. Clive Legend still number 1. Catnip number 2 is about what 340 XP away. Third place Tipster, then DMM, then BMN. BMN is now 5th place. Bian Carmel in 7th, Boy D in 10th, Royal Flush in 12th, Connor 14th, John Parker 17th, Nata 19th, then we're looking at TZ 25th, Drake Daz, Eden 32nd, Kobichu 33rd, and Critzy 39th, and I think that's it. Cool. Now we can move on to another game. I think we've got time for maybe 2 more games, potentially. We'll see how we go. And we can catch up with where the conversation stopped before. So yeah, 15-1 BMN is definitely on my list of potentials to work on. That will definitely be a good one to go for. Go to that mode as well. You need to go and get butter from the shop, Royal Flush. Oh, okay. Well, I think we'll still be around here for a couple of minutes. Yeah, there's still a hope for you to be in the hot seat, Eden. In fact, in this mix, you're looking at a 1 in... I think you're on a 1 in 4 chance at the moment here. Oh, you're going to have a go this time, are you, BMN? Or at least try to. Is it 1 in 5? 1, 2, 3... No, because Tipster's played. Connor's played, Clive's played, you've played. So there's only 4 names, so it's 1 in 4. Do not want BMN. Well, if you don't want to, you can quit. It's up to you. You can quit if you want. I mean, it might not pick you. Who knows? It's a 1 in 4 on you at the moment. You got bail on the control C already. Just don't submit it too soon after another message, otherwise you'll get blocked. That was the pain that Tipster felt earlier, is that he got blocked because he was sending too many whispers too often. Obviously, as being a hot seat player, you can use public chat instead, but still. Yes, only if it's asked. If it isn't asked but was on the board, it will still get potentially recycled. So, if it got passed, it will be used up as well because it was asked. So, for all these games that have been sort of like 15 questions in and like 2 passes or whatever, so it'd be like 17 questions. So it would have used 17 of the possible 25 odd questions that would actually be on the board, because each question is paired with an additional kind of fake answer to bolster the board up and make it a bit harder. So there's actually about 25 or 26 questions per board, roughly speaking, depending on how many have like fake answers on them. If I actually had the logging out, I could actually see how many questions were left that haven't been asked yet, but I haven't got that information about me yet. Well, if you need to eat, Bien Camel, go and eat. I would vastly prefer you go and do that rather than having some fun. Being alive is better than having fun. I mean, for those that can multitask, then fair enough, multitask, but yeah, being alive is generally useful. Ah, Turkish. Welcome from Turkey. You're saying it's 1 AM, so that's like, what, 4 plus 4? Plus 4 GMT? It has the G with a half bowl above. Yes, as we know from the Only Connect module. Plus 3 from me. Okay. I was reading one because it's 1:45, so I was reading it as the next hour's worth, maybe, or I don't know. Whatever. It's numbers. I'm only here to read questions, not to do math. Well, Royal Flush did say wait a couple of minutes, and we have now waited a couple of minutes. But the show must go on. So here we go. Let's see who gets picked. Will it be BMN? No, it isn't. You can breathe. You can breathe, BMN. It's not you this time. But however, it is you, Boy D. Good luck. Here's your inspection time. Yes, Elias. Which 2-word Latin phrase means remember that you'll die? Memento Mori is correct. What metal is used to frequently denote a third place finisher? Yeah, what's your question, Elias? Bronze is correct. What was the name of Peter Parker's uncle? Ben is correct. What plant, also called Toxicodendron radicans, is well known for causing contact dermatitis and a painful rash? Poison ivy is correct. The Charge of the Light Brigade is a famous historic incident from which war? Oh, you forgot it. It's okay. It'll come to you eventually, I'm sure. Crimean, correct. How many keys are there on a full-size piano? You've used 1 minute. Still have all your passes and all your pits. 88 is correct. Which Greek philosopher died due to hemlock consumption? Socrates is correct. Which fictional school's motto translates as "Never tickle a sleeping dragon"? Hogwarts is correct. What is the name of the rubber disc hit in a ice hockey match? Puck is correct. Coprophagus. Yeah, thank you, passing that. The PlayStation Vita got its name because Vita means what in Latin? It's life, not light. What is the first name of the famous actress Gyllenhaal, whose starring is Maggie is correct? The assassination of which political figure was the catalyst for starting the Great War? You used about half your time. You still have one pass, and you still have both your picks. Birdnow is correct. If still standing in the Hanging Gardens of Babylon, would be found in what modern country? You're going to pass that one. No more passes left. Which musician won the Nobel Prize in Literature in 2016? You get a pit on that one. Which musician won the Nobel Prize in Literature in 2016? You currently have 11 questions down. 2 strikes remaining. And you're back in play. Bob Dylan is correct. What brother of Pluto was the Greek god of the sky? 1.5 minutes left. You get a pit on that one. What brother of Pluto was the Greek god of the sky? You have no more passes. You have no more pit stops. You still have over a minute, so you can't bail yet unless you give a wrong answer. You're now back in play. Jupiter is correct. What is the longest running musical in Broadway history? Cats is correct. With the atomic number 99, ES is the chemical symbol for which element? You now have 1 minute. 14 of 20 down. Einsteinium is correct. Which Oscar-winning movie was based on Vickers Swarup's book Q&A? Difficult one. 40 seconds remaining. Some dog. Who's that? Ooh. Okay, that was a bit weird. What kind of animal is Lego in Aladdin? Parrot is correct. Iago even. Phenomenon of heat experienced from a chili is often measured with what unit? Scoville is correct. You got 10 seconds left. You're gonna bail. Bloody hell. I was looking at what was going on there earlier with Slumdog Millionaire. What happened there? I need to look at exactly what happened there. Did you give the wrong number? Because I didn't actually see. It says the wrong answer number was given. So that's potentially what happened there. So we'll cross that bridge with the VOD. But that was a that was a really good run. You were definitely on your way to the million there. If it wasn't for some hideous questions at the end there. Oh, you put the wrong number on Slumdog. Okay, fair enough. Thank you for catching that, Boydie. Oh dear. Oh, my throat. Well, with that one, you go into number 2 on the best wins leaderboard. Well done on that one. Now, if we look at the XP table, we see Clive still number 1 there, then Catnip, then Tipster, then DMM, then BMN, then Biancamel has joined the top 6. Boydie's there, number 8. Royal Flush in the top 10 now. Connor in 13th, JP 15th. Nata 19th. Just TC 25th. Eden 27th. And Kobichu 33rd. And Critzy 39th. And that's the lot. Cool. Clive has got a fairly commanding lead now. He's an entire level ahead of everyone. Nearly actually into level 12 as well. He's only 34 XP away from level 12. So he's nearly two levels up. Ooh. Okay, let's start a new Twitch game off. And do that. And we look at what we got. So yeah, that was a close one. You were really close with that one, Boydie. You were really on a roll. Yeah, I didn't cover the XP that game, did I? I completely jumped over that. Oh well. I got distracted by the possible. The possible was a wrong answer number. I think what I might need to do is actually add on screen when that happens, where you give the right answer but wrong number, because there's currently nothing to actually say that was why it happened on screen. At least in chat it does, but I'm not actively looking at chat, so might be worth adding a feature in for that, where it's obviously says it was the wrong number or it was the wrong answer, one of those things. Okay, so I'm intending this is probably going to be my final game this evening, because I'm going to try kind of do 2-hour streams, so this will be the last one. Quizbot 3000, Royal Flush. Quizbot 3000. That's what you're looking for. Oh, you're actually trying to... Oh, you've already played earlier anyway, but... in fact, hell, there's not many 2 picks. So it's going to be Eden or BMN, I guess. Yeah, Eden or BMN. Ooh, 1 in 2. 1 in 2. Maybe I should add a feature to this screen that shows those that are going to be likely the next to be picked then, since we seem to keep calculating that all the time. That might be a nice feature to add in. Elias, you're in 44th with 0. Congratulations, you have a position. It's weird though, because actually you don't, but then as soon as you actually give that rank command, it actually generates a position for you. It generates you with 0 XP. So yeah, everyone is in the top 50. Guaranteed. Yeah. Having a flash blue to say who's going to be the next potential player. And it do all the right calculations as people come and join or leave or whatever, as to who will be the next potential picks. Yep, that's ints can't return null. Well, if it's a nullable int, it could. If you do an int question mark, it becomes a nullable int, so you can make it null. Alright, before I get to it too late, this will be the final game of this evening, and it is going to be between Eden and BMN. Place your bets as to who it's going to be. Royal says Eden, or Eden. You're right, it is. It is Eden. BMN again, you breathe a sigh of relief this time round. And you are the final contestant. Good luck. Don't fail horribly. And here we go. In the final round of tonight's episode. Which scientist develops the theory of relativity? Einstein is correct. What is the name of the 1993 to 94 Steven Spielberg film about World War II? Schindler's List, correct. The band that recorded the title song for the sitcom Friends was named after which Dutch painter? Oh yeah. You're going to pass that one. What gas is used as a disinfectant in swimming pools? I'll say that again. What gas is used as a disinfectant in swimming pools? He's looking for the answer. You've used 1 minute so far. There, he's got it. Chlorine. What colour is the highest valued ball on a snooker table? Black is correct. What scanning technique uses magnetic fields to image tissue and blood flow in the brain? Two and a half minutes remaining. You still have one pass, you still have both your pit stops, and you still have all your strikes. MRI is correct. How is the condition of somnambulism better known? Somnambulism. You've used half of your time. Still have all your strikes remaining. Sleepwalking is correct. What programming language shares its name with a snake? Python is correct. In the Chronicles of Narnia series, what is the surname of Peter, Susan, Edmund, and Lucy? 1 minute 30 left. You still have both your pit stops. You still have one pass. You still have all your strikes intact. There's Pevensie. How the Grinch Stole Christmas is a 2000 American Christmas fantasy comedy film starring which actor as the Grinch? Jim Carrey is correct. In which ocean did the Titanic sink? You've got 1 minute left. You still have both your pit stops. You still have one pass as well. Atlantic is correct. What animal's diet primarily consists of bamboo? Panda is correct. Where would you find the Sea of Tranquility? 45 seconds remaining. Don't forget you still got your pit stops. The moon is correct. What is referred to as a man's best friend according to a popular phrase? 30 seconds remaining. You still have both your pit stops. Bailout is now active. Dog is correct. What is the favourite food of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? 20 seconds left. Still have both your pit stops. Pizza is correct. Which rock star was shot and killed outside his New York City home in 1980? You got 10 seconds left. If you want to leave the money, you got to bail. You still have 2 pit stops. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You ran out of time. You ran out of time. Oh. Still have all your pit stops as well. I bet what that is that you've gotten used to the spectator style of play where you don't have to worry about that kind of stuff. And yeah, it's a completely different game when you do have to worry about pitting and bailing. Oh, dang. See how everyone did that time around? Wow! Quite a lot of high scores in that one, actually. Everyone was quite close together. Clive and BMN tied first there. Then Tipster just 1 point below. Then it's Catnip and Boy D on 178. Then Royal Flush 170. JP 160. Eden 130. B and Carmel 112. Connor 110. And Kirby Chew 74. So that'll put you on the best timeouts board, which puts you in number 1 spot with 13 of 20 questions correct. No pit stops used and only the 1 strike. And if we look at the XP table at the end of episode 2, we can see that Clive Legend is still on the top with 2,846 XP. Then it's Catnip with 2,460. Then it's Tipster with 1,827. BMN 1,583. DMM 1,506. BN Kamel 1,372. Boy D 1,300. Jerry 1171. Royal Flush 1162. Then we jump to Connor in 13th place, 817. JP 814. Then Nata 522. Then Eden 354. Then we're looking at who else has played? Critzy as well there, 52. And that should be it. I think that's everyone that was playing just then. So there we go. That's where we sit at the end of episode 2. Not the best of endings, ending on a timeout, but oh well. Let's catch up with chat, see how everyone says. Yes, you definitely did better that time, JP. Definitely did. In fact, a lot of people did. It was quite close on that game. You thought you had 30 seconds left when you ran out of time. Well, did you have me muted potentially? Because I was calling the timeout quite a lot. Tipster wasn't used to the passes. Yeah, exactly. It's a completely different game when you have to worry about passing and pitting and bailing as well as just answering questions. Toshi says, a suggestion maybe bot should send an auto message. How much time yet? I think it sends one out at 30 seconds. I might be wrong though, but I think it should send one at 30 seconds remaining. I could always do one more as you go down, so another one at 20, another one at 10, another at 5. That would be doable. Add that to the list, Elias. Shout outs to Royal for making the snooker module. Yep, black. It's still going to be ready for you. Cool. Love being in the hot seat, even if it didn't perform to my personal standards. Yeah, well, you get given the questions that you're given, and you just have to perform as well as you can with that. I've got a few sounds to help enhance the game. If you've got sounds or anything that you think you can contribute to this, definitely send them my way. Either just join on Discord and post it there, or find me on there and give me a DM. Anything you think would improve this, I'm definitely all ears for. Like different sounds or anything. Like the correct answer, the incorrect answer, I know are not correctly. You're not strictly correct to the original game. Those are just two sounds I found. And there is a countdown sound as well that I should probably put on the last 15 seconds as well. I think I've got that somewhere. I've got the countdown sound somewhere. I mean, I'm using a variant of it at the beginning of the round anyway. What else are we doing? Venable was on stream delay. Can't be why scores were higher on average. I mean, if Eden was answering later in general, then yes, people would be getting more points per question because they'd be answering ahead of the hot seat player. But I don't think all of those questions were answered in too slow a time because we got into the like the 12s and 13s kind of range. So. Oh, you actually have official sounds for the correct and wrong answers. Oh, that'd be cool. That would be very cool to have those. And yeah, I think I've got the 15-second clock sound somewhere. If not, then yeah, it'd be great if you could have that. Code on GitHub. It isn't at the moment. It's actually on Bitbucket and it's on a private repo. But I would be glad to make it public source once it's a bit more established. And whether or not I want to include a direct link to my question database online or not. Whether I make a separate offline one that's just part of the assets in Unity, or whether or not, it's just easier for me at the moment to just grab all the questions from the web But if I was to leave that in the open source, then there'd be nothing to stop people from just basically DDoSing the hell out of that, and then I have to pay like hundreds of dollars per month hosting the question database because of that. Okay, thank you very much, everybody, for joining in. Thank you, Kebichu. Thank you, Björn. If you could have one more offline go, yeah. Well, yeah, we have to wait for that one, I guess. Yeah, I'm ending the stream now. Next Wednesday, though, yes, next Wednesday I do hope to be running this again next week. What I intend is next week will be Wonderwall again. Week after might be some other game that is just a simple I invite some people to play with me and we just play it. Whether it be something like Jeopardy or Only Connect, something a little easy to host like that. And that'll just be on my Discord voice channel or whatever, and I'll just stream the content of it. It's just so that I'll get a bit of a breather then to potentially put some dev time into the next Twitch interactive game, which I'm wanting to be is 1 versus 100. So I'm kind of trying to stagger it a bit. So this next week will be Wonderwall. Week after is going to be some other game, not particularly Twitch interactive, but definitely hope you can come and join and watch anyway. Then the week after that, probably again Wonderwall. Then the week after that, depending on how much dev time I've been able to put into it, then potentially 1 versus 100. So that's the next 3 weeks potentially scheduled. So I'll add Twitch events for all of those things, and oh yeah, Twitch can always chat and participate for the answers and that. They just won't get any XP for it, unfortunately, because it's a lot of effort having to put Twitch bots together, you know. The chase definitely will be a potential option as well. I'm just thinking of really easy things that I can quickly host and cobble together. That's all. All right. Well, thank you very much for joining. Again, join the Discord if you haven't joined already. We'll chat more about game shows over there, and we'll see you next week with more Wonderwall action. Good evening and good night.